Start up the mission Blind Betrayal, and to fill you in what you missed since I already started the conversation, apparently Paladin Danse is a synth that was on the Institute records, and when they went to confront him, he's gone AWOL, and they're sending me after to find him.
Knight?
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Apparently I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth.
Well,
He
it's
represents
my
everything
text
we hate. A
notification.
monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
So if I do this, I'll get promoted. But Danse is one of my followers. And he's the one that brought me into the Brotherhood. The fuck. Save the army, I'm have.
Anyone who is engaged in such threats should report immediate decontamination.
Acquired from within the Institute. I cross. Danse under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss any. I'd miss a trans radio. I was merely saying that you'd be. No matter. I've been reports. Fortunately, I have concrete information. As you're well aware, Danse has intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think the best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take a bit of...
What the hell is this crap? Danse being a synth?
Assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Danse up, and then you knock him down. That it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Danse, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss Halen.
Why? To rush the trigger? After everything Paladin Danse did, you're just gonna your back like this. There's obviously a mistake. To get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer. Show him the respect that he's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's worth the search.
Then, would you enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Danse.
Yes, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition. Well, if it isn't the man who
I'm sorry, Proctor, but this is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life.
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlain price cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you. Which is...
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never...
Scribe?
Sir?
Do you
What's
actually
that red
plan
light?
on
Oh,
damn
killing
it
Paladin?
all. I left it in record mode. Just let me...
That's a risky question, Halen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was a... trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move. He's earned my affection, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Helen's report said. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Danse.
Telling me all of
Because someone to run and carry out my work without thinking about Dan is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life. Nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or
He's a
somehow
synth, he
becomes
needs
lost
sound.
to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just trust comes. Showed up. Let me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was listening post Bravo, an old military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful.
We've already been there.
There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Well, if you don't listen, he's gonna get one hell of a fight. I'm kind of gonna feel bad because I used him as a follower a lot.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Oh, we're itching. There we go. I'll take him back to the airport. Let's head there. Ow. Damn, those did some damage. I was wondering why they were just sitting there deactivated.
Going down. Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search.
Not much in the way of technology down here, is there? I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Danse?
I didn't. And got that list decoded. I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know synth?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins, everything. I suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life. Making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like a human. Why does any of this even matter to you? You're obviously here to carry out Maxon's orders. Does he even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that we're good friends, and this must be very difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I heard the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
Sorry, Danse.
I see you've calculated all the variables, just like a machine.
Your anger simply proves my point. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
If it needs to be done. Then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you. Ad Victorium, brother.
That's what it without the hood. Just a component. So they were right. He was a synth. Still feel bad after the shit I've done with him.
Going up.
He was one of my favorite followers. Let's report back what we did. Oh, it fucking sucked. Did not want to have to kill him, but he was a synth. Only one of the followers that ran around constantly in power armor. Fucking awesome with the fucking power weapon. And I just been sticking with the dog, because I don't gotta worry about the dog betraying me. Or turning out to be an enemy. Plus he's a synth animal, which so I'm a little paranoid now. Because they had fucking synthetic gorillas down in the
Have you
institute.
handled the situation with power? Perhaps keep them as a reminder of your lapse in vigilance. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of... That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are yours, including
Really?
his personal suit of armor. Paladin.
I'm honored, Elder.
Earned it by your own actions. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. You disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the to contend with, and work to do we can begin. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victorium, Paladin.
Stray radio signal. Try to out.
I'm occupied at the moment.
Attention.
Speak later.
This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technology will be subject to inquiry.
Corner, and in the I'll be picking it back up. I gotta get. I won't be. Then I'll be putting this over to YouTube. You know the drill, guys. Thanks for watching and everything. I really hope you guys liked the video. Wow. Danse had a lot of stuff there. Dog food, ammo. What the heck is that? Cigarette. Watching with your friends. Go if you watch. Don't be sure to follow Twitch also. I'm pretty sure the link will be down in the description. And I'll catch you.